Hello YouTube, CivilianSnowman here, and this is the first of my Halloween week movie reviews, and it's going to be of the French horror movie called Switchblade Romance, or in the States and in France I think it's called High Tension, directed by Alexandre Aja. The plot follows two girls named Alex and Marie who are college students out in the countryside, and they decide to visit Alex's parents to study at the house, and it's like a big farmhouse kind of thing. And while they're there, a stranger comes calling at the door, and basically carnage ensues, and this stranger goes on a kill-crazy rampage, kidnapping Alex and killing her family, and Marie must pursue him to rescue her best friend. Switchblade Romance is without a doubt one of my favourite horror movies of all time. Now, it's extremely gory, and that's not the reason I like it. People will salivate over the gore and say that, oh, it's absolutely amazing, it's so gory, but I like it for everything that it doesn't show and the elements of the unknown that the director Alexandre Aja really brings to the film. The best parts of this film are the elements of the unknown, like the motiveless killer who just appears out of the blue, hungry for blood. There is no motive whatsoever. I think that kind of unseen, unpredictable violence is really kind of special to see in a horror movie now, because we're so accustomed to the filmmakers going into the backstory of everybody and telling you every little detail, but to leave it to the audience's imagination is really just fantastic. The performances by the two girls who play Alex and Marie are pretty brilliant, to be honest, and they really sell the terrifying nature of this situation to the audience, and you really believe that you're there with Marie while she's being stalked through this farmhouse. You feel like you're there hiding with her, and it has a really great effect throughout the film. I find Alexandre Aja's direction in this movie to be really interesting, to be quite honest, because he has this like real brutal realism to it. He's kind of just stepped back with the camera and he's showing the horrible, horrible acts of violence that are happening in this farmhouse, and he just shows it to you, but the situations themselves, the gory moments, are actually really quite eccentric and cartoon-like, if that makes any sense. But he films it with such realism that you really buy into it, and it's not easy to do that, to take such an outlandish situation and to present it in such a realistic way and get away with it, I think is really brilliant. So yeah, props to Alexandre Aja's direction. All the good points that I've said about this film, actually, they are all undone in the last 5 minutes or so of this movie. And now I know there have been minor spoilers throughout this video, but I'm going to get into the really big spoilers now. Spoilers that actually ruin the entire film. I mean, basically, they decided at the end of the movie to give it a plot twist, one that M. Night Shyamalan wouldn't even attempt to pull off, and that is to make the character of Marie the killer, and have it play out like she was doing all these horrible things to Alex's family because she was in love with her and stuff like that. And as soon as that happens, bang, the effect that everything else has had in the film is gone. All the fear of the unknown, the realism of the eccentric violence, all that is all completely undone in that one plot twist, and it's just heartbreaking to see them make that mistake at the end of the movie. It's really awful. It has such a good ending. Like, I mean, it's kind of abrupt when Marie kills the madman, basically. It's a really kind of abrupt in that, but it should end there, roll credits. That would have been the perfect place to end it, but instead you get 5 minutes just tagged on the end saying that Marie is in fact the killer, and I just thought that was ridiculous. Oh my god, that was when I was watching it, I was like, I wish I hadn't have seen those last 5 minutes, because they didn't ruin the movie but they completely undid everything that the movie had done so far. So I mean, if you watch this movie, please switch it off when Marie kills the killer. Don't watch past that, because it completely changes the film, and for the worse, unfortunately. That point is the reason that I'm going to have to give Switchblade Romance 4 stars. It would easily be 5. It's one of my favourite horror movies of all time. I think it is absolutely fantastic, but for that twist ending alone, it knocks off a full star, so it only gets 4. I cannot believe how bad that plot twist is, and it's pathetic, really. It's like, obviously, maybe it was a studio thing, you know, they wanted a twist ending, but it just doesn't fit the rest of the film. You feel the film building up and up and up and up and up, and then to do that just deflates it all. It's weird, it's weirdly out of place. So for that reason, like I said, I'm giving Switchblade Romance 4 stars. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review. This is CivilianSnowman signing out. I'll see you later. Bye.